Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me bring my other platforms on. Welcome in, YouTube. Happy Saturday. Welcome in, TikTok. Welcome in, FB. Come on in, come on in. Happy Saturday, y'all. If you are just joining the stream, make sure you give the live a thumbs up. And TikTok, make sure you guys tap the live. Get the likes up in the chat. FB, y'all show love by hitting the hearts and commenting so I can shout you out. Say hello in the room. If you're new here, drop a 1 in the chat. And if you're not new, say hello so I can shout you out. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, they coming in deep on YouTube. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Like, comment, and subscribe. Happy Saturday, love. Thanks for going live. Shout out to you, Love Dot. Thank you for being here. Period. Shout out to my YouTube community. Shout out to my TikTok community and my FB community. Hey, Mimi. Hey, April. Welcome in, Deidre. Come on in, come on in. Listen, y'all, on this channel, we elevate, we impact, and we get to a bag. So if you're the type of person that you want to make an impact in your community, you want to get to the bag, listen, come on in, come on in. We're going to get to it. Hey, Chandre. Hey, AJ, Sway. Period. Shout out to my YouTube community. Shout out to my TikTok community. Come on in. Get in here, y'all. Get in here. Get in here. So the topic, listen, y'all, a lot of people do not know how attainable 10K months is. Like a lot of y'all working like your 9 to 5s, and you don't know that you don't have to be overly slaving in these 9 to 5s just to make 5K to 10K a month. All it took for me, y'all, was opening up one house. All it took for me was opening up one independent living housing program where I don't have to sit here and slave and trade my time for money. I don't have to DoorDash no more. I don't have to sling Amazon packages. And this is why I come on here every single day and educate y'all and put this opportunity in your face until you can see how attainable financial freedom is for you, until you can see how attainable 10K months is for you. Because listen, y'all, 10K months ain't nothing to me now. If I'm making just 10K, I'm not doing good in life. So I'm trying to get you guys to where you get to a point where 10K months is like, what? I need to pick it up. So if you in this chat and you want to make 10K months, drop a 1 in the chat. Or if you already making 10K months and you want to make an additional 10K, drop a 1 in the chat. There's nothing wrong with building multiple income streams for yourself, y'all. There's nothing wrong. And TikTok, I'm gonna need for you guys to get the likes up in the live stream. So make sure you guys are tapping that screen, and then I'm gonna get into it. So, couple of rules of the live stream tonight, y'all. Number one, I'm gonna need y'all to engage. I'm gonna need for y'all to interact with me. I'm giving y'all my energy. I'm giving y'all my time. I'm gonna need for you to show love by liking the live stream. It's free to like. I promise it ain't gonna charge y'all card to hit that like button. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. So that's the way you show me that you are enjoying the content. So just give the live stream a thumbs up. If you're on YouTube, it's right underneath this video. If you're on TikTok, you're going to tap the screen and hit the likes on the video. And if you're on FB, you're going to just hit the hearts. But that's rule number one. So make sure you guys are engaging with me. And rule number two, so when I tell you guys to drop something in the comments, that is kind of your way of showing me that you're paying attention, because I'm going to break down this business model for you that has changed my life, that made me financially free. And I want you guys to get it. I want to break it down to a 3rd grade level. So I want you guys to, when I say drop something in the chat, make sure you drop it in the chat. And then also, let's keep the good energy in this chat. On this channel, y'all, anything is possible. Nothing is out of reach for you. If you put in your mind that you want to do something, the only person that's going to stop you is you. So this is your safe space to level up, dream big, go after your dream, and create the life that you want for yourself. So that's the only rules of the live. Hey, Bray. So get in here, get in here, get in here. Hey, boss lady. So if this is your first time seeing me on live, y'all, my name is Lane. I'm based in Atlanta. I get paid from housing the homeless, and now I teach you guys how you can get paid from housing the homeless. I've been doing this business since 2021, and right now I have a total of 6 houses and 49 beds. So I get paid by the bed. Now you might be thinking, What is a housing program? What is that? So I like to call it independent housing, but there is some people may call it independent living. Some people may call it co-living, shared housing. It's all the same concept. It's all the same concept. But the key thing is you as a housing provider, your only job is to provide housing only. Somebody drop housing only in the chat. I'm based in Georgia. Somebody drop housing only in the chat. So if you're wanting to get paid from housing the homeless, y'all, you have to become a housing program and you are going to be a housing provider providing housing only. So what does that mean? Let me tell y'all what this is not. This is not a group home. This ain't no personal care home. And this ain't no assisted living. So what does that mean for you? That means that you do not have to go out there and get licensed, zoned, and certified. You do not have to give these people 3 meals a day. You don't have to bathe nobody up. This is why any everyday person can come into this business and get started. I don't care if you a felon. I don't care if you did 30 years in prison. I don't care if you recovering from substances. You could be somebody with bad credit. As long as you got a business mind and a heart to want to help people, you can set this up in your city, in your state, y'all. Anybody. I'm based in Atlanta, but I got students all across the US that's up and running doing their biggest one. I got students in Florida. Matter of fact, everybody drop your cities and I'll let you guys know if I have students there. But drop your states in the chat right now. I want to see who we got in the room. I want to see who we got in the room. FB, y'all talking to me over here? I don't see y'all saying nothing. Marietta, I got students in Georgia. I got students in Florida. Let's go. Philly, I got students in Philly. What we talking about? Where else? Where else? Florida, Cali, I got students in Cali. Let's go. New Jersey, oh yeah, I got students in Jersey. New York, we got students there too. Listen. Louisiana, absolutely. I got students there too. What we talking about? So listen, y'all, I have students all across the US. So you might be thinking, well, can I do this in my city? Can I do this in my state? Listen, if you got a homeless population in your area, in your city, yes, you can do this. I have students that are in even like the country, they in like the small hick towns, and listen, they still doing amazing. If there's homelessness in your community, yes, you can get paid for this. Yes, you can get paid for this. So this is not a group home, y'all. That word is banned from my chat. I don't like that word. This ain't no group home. This ain't no personal care home. This ain't no assisted living. This is independent housing, and we are a housing program. So what is independent housing? Independent housing is when we are only providing housing only to the individuals that we house. So I teach my students to only house adults that are high functioning and independent. So what does that mean? They can go in the kitchen and make their own food. They can bathe themselves up. They can take their own medication. When you focus on only providing housing to independent, high functioning adults, you don't have to go get licensed for that. You don't have to go get zoned. You don't have to go get a inspection. You don't need none of that because we are only providing housing only. So I like to tell my students, so think of it kind of like an Airbnb. Now, before this business, y'all, I had an Airbnb. I used to do Airbnb. I had about 3 locations, and then I kind of shut it down to pivot into this business. So kind of think of it like an Airbnb. And when I started my Airbnb, y'all, do you think I sat here and called the city and was like, excuse me, do I got permission to set this Airbnb up? No, I went and got me a place, furnished it, and started making my money in peace, y'all. It's the same concept. As long as you focus on serving and providing housing to independent, high functioning adults, there is nothing illegal about doing that. And as people be like, oh, that you can't do that. You can't do that. Why not? Out people doing it in Airbnb. Can't nobody clock my tea, y'all. I've been doing this business since 2021. I'm 6 houses in and I got 49 beds and I'm still running right now to this day. City can't clock my tea because we're not doing nothing illegal. Now you over there trying to sit here and get these people 3 meals a day. You acting like a nursing home. You trying to give them medication. Now the city gonna come shut your tail down and you deserve that. I don't teach my students that. I give my students the blueprint that I run by so that you maintain a compliant home, you impact your community, and you make your money in peace. Now, the moment you start diverting and doing all this stuff I ain't telling you to do, acting like a group home, now you in trouble. I ain't tell y'all to do that. So we are providing housing only. We are providing housing only. Now you might be thinking, if a person is homeless, how they have money to afford housing? If you wondering how a homeless person have money, drop how in the chat, because I'm about to break down to you guys how I get paid every single month like clockwork. And we ain't talking about no grants. We ain't talking about no getting paid through all these companies. Listen, y'all, my money come every single month like clockwork. What we talking about? Whether I'm in the state or out the state, the money is still flowing. Period. How? So the business model that I teach my students, this is called private pay, y'all. So what does private pay mean? Private pay means that the individuals that we house pay us directly. So we're not getting paid through the state, we're not getting paid through any grants, and we're not getting paid through insurance or anything like that. Now, the biggest misconception that y'all think is when y'all hear homeless, y'all thinking these people don't have no money. Listen, there are so many homeless people out here, y'all, that get money every single month and they have nowhere to live. And when I'm saying homeless, y'all, I'm not talking about the homeless people that's standing on the street corners with the sign like this, hold it up, and that's strung out. Those are not the people that I'm teaching you guys to house. That's a very dangerous population. And I would never recommend anybody that's just starting out to go on the streets and find people to house. This ain't that, y'all. Like we doing something different. This ain't that. Now, the people that we house, you guys, they get guaranteed income. So somebody type guaranteed in the chat, and I'm gonna tell you guys what guaranteed income means. Because we don't need no grants. You don't gotta sit down here and look for grants for 10 years and trying to win a grant and competing with 30 other people. No, we get guaranteed money every single month from the people that we house. Now, what does that look like? That's Social Security, disability, VA benefits, retirement, and some of these people work jobs, y'all. You only want to house people in your house that get a guaranteed check. Because the moment you start housing these people and they ain't got no money, and listen, y'all, I tell my students, this is a business. We are in the business to make money. Yes, we're helping our community. Yes, we're providing a safe living environment for these people, but this is still a business at the end of the day. This is not a nonprofit, y'all. I don't teach you guys to set up nonprofits. This ain't no charity. This is a for-profit business. We get paid for what we do around here. And there is nothing wrong with getting paid for your purpose. There's a big misconception of people going around saying, oh, that's messed up. You shouldn't be taking these people money. First of all, we running a business. This ain't no charity. So what are we supposed to do? Not make money? Ain't nothing free in this country. Nothing is free. Everything is going up. Now, when you get started in this business, your mission is to find those individuals that are homeless to have guaranteed money. Now, everybody in the chat, if you've ever heard of independent living, independent housing, drop a one in the chat. Because I'm sure, or if you've never heard of this, drop a two. If you've heard what I'm talking about today, drop a one in the chat. If you've never heard what I'm talking about, drop a two. All right. So some of y'all are familiar. For profit. That part, Sway. That part. Okay, so a lot of you guys are familiar. Some people aren't. Okay, that's new. All right, we got some twos in the chat. Now, so for the people that are familiar with this, now, so the ones that's not familiar with this, you can house so many different demographics when it comes to housing, providing safe housing for individuals in need. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys the different demographics you can house, and then I want you guys to choose which ones you would want to house after I tell you. Now, you can house seniors, you can house veterans, you can house people that are disabled, you can house people coming home from prison, like returning citizens. You can also house people that are in recovery. You can house people that are just transitioning, in transition, that's in between different living situations. So which one would you guys want to house? And I'm going to tell you guys the ones I house. I'm going to tell you guys which ones I house. So if you had to choose to fill your house up with one type of demographic, who would it be after everything I just named y'all? Now, here's another thing, y'all. You do not have to live with these people. Now, what I'm teaching you guys to set up, you do not have to live with them. So don't think that they have to live in your house. No, I'm teaching you guys to create a whole separate house to make your money, impact your community, and provide a safe living house for these people. Love said reentry or recovery. Matthias says seniors. Who else we got? Y'all talking to me on FB? Section 8 is a super headache. Ben did that. I ain't talking about Section 8, though. I don't know what you talking about in this chat. This ain't that. Y'all know my favorite phrase. This ain't that. This ain't that. This ain't no Section 8, sweetie. This ain't that. This is a whole nother wave. This is a whole new wave. Oh, so, okay, you say you know, but listen, if you a Section 8 landlord, you might want to get in this chat because this ain't that. This is a whole new wave. This is a whole new wave, less headache. Thank you, thank you. Vets. Okay, now a lot of y'all saying y'all want to house vets. Here's the thing. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys who I serve. So in my houses, I house veterans, I house seniors, I house people that are coming home from prison, I house people that are living with HIV, I house people that are disabled and that's on a fixed income. I also house people in recovery. So with that being said, y'all, what I always recommend to anybody that's starting out, never put the worst thing you could do in this business is to sit here and say that you only house one demographic. That's the worst thing. That's the easiest way to fail. And let me tell y'all, I know from experience because when I first got started with this housing business and my housing program, I told myself, I said, I'm only housing guys coming home from prison. I want to have a reentry program. I want to help them get on their feet. But when I started doing it, I was like, oh no, them guys was running off and not paying. And I had to sit here and help them get jobs. It was just not worth the headache, y'all. So that's why I teach my students based off of the mistakes that I made. And listen, y'all, I made the mistakes so you don't have to make them. That's exactly why I come on here and educate you guys on how to run this business the right way, how to build sustainability, impact, and income for yourself. So I highly recommend for y'all to open your mindset up and take anybody that get money. We in the business to make money. Why would you sit here and put yourself in a box and say, "Oh, I only want to house veterans"? What happened if somebody call you and be like, "Hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal, I got this guy. They're 54 years old. They get a guaranteed check every single month." And you be like, "Oh, is this a veteran?" They be like, "Oh, unfortunately not." You be like, "Oh, no, I can't take them. Have a nice day." Like, how do you look? That means you just sit here and missed up on some money because you chasing a veteran. And that's the biggest thing I see a lot of people that start up houses that try to piece free information on the internet and they got beds sitting empty for 2 months. Like, make it make sense. Y'all got to stop listening to all the internet cap. It's a lot of false information being spread, and y'all falling for the cap. Y'all falling for the cap of $1,500 beds for housing vets. You falling for the cap of you want to house reentry people for 1,200. Listen, a lot of that stuff is a dream, y'all. It's a dream that's never gonna happen. The likelihood of you getting a house full of vets paying 1,500, keep on dreaming. Somebody said, "Do you house all them together?" Yes, I house all demographics together, and it works just fine. It works just fine, y'all. That is completely okay. YouTube, I'm gonna need for you guys to hit the thumbs up on the live stream. Let's let the likes match the number of people that's in this chat tonight. It's about 40 of us in here. So I'm gonna need for you guys to give me a thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, y'all, the worst thing, the biggest mistake that you can do starting out in your housing program is only accepting one demographic. Because I get on the coaching calls all the time with people that book me for coaching calls, and they be like, "I don't understand why my house is not filling up. I had this house for 2 months. I'm having to pay rent." Then I'll ask them, I'll be like, "So who are you housing? Like, who are you serving?" They'll be like, "Oh, veterans." I said, "That's the problem right there." I say that's the problem right there. You need to open up your doors to everybody that's just not a veteran. Like, y'all sitting here putting yourself in a box and leaving money on the table for what? Because you heard somebody on the internet told you that you can get $1,500 for a veteran. It's cap and it's a lie. It's not happening. So if you in this business and you want to get into this field, our our job as independent housing providers is to provide housing for all individuals in need. Somebody type all in the chat. We are taking anybody that gets some money. It is not your business to sit here and turn this person down because they're not a veteran. Y'all got to wake it up. We are in the business to impact and make an income for ourselves. We taking everybody. If they get money and they're willing to listen and follow your rules, why would you deny somebody housing? I always tell people, I always tell my students, our job, everybody deserves a safe place to call home. Everybody. I don't care if you a veteran. I don't care if you did 30 years in a prison. I don't care if you got HIV that you living with. Your job as a housing provider is to provide housing to all. That's the fastest way to go out of business. You sitting here talking about you only house vets. Y'all need to wake it on up and stop chasing money. That's another thing, y'all. Stop chasing money. Crystal said, I feel all demographics don't fit well together though. Crystal, do you have a house up and running? Because I have 6. I'm not telling you what I think. I'm telling you what works and I'm telling you what I know. I know it's a lot of people online that's teaching that don't have houses. I'm really in the field. I don't get on here capping. I tell y'all real lived experience. I have 6 houses and 49 beds and my people love it here. They love it here. So I'm not about to sit here and steer nobody wrong on the internet. I answer to God at the end of the day. I don't have to get on the internet and lie for sales. I don't have to get on the internet to impress any of y'all. I'm already successful. I just get on here to teach people how they can become financially free, the options that's available to them. Tell us that I feel you because you have a jet to prove it. Listen, everything starts at housing. All roads lead to independent housing, y'all. Independent housing is the business that has changed my life. Independent housing changed my life. And that's why I'm so passionate. That's why I get on live stream on here and educate y'all and tell y'all what's possible for you. Because I never made 6 figures in my life until I started a housing program. Until I started a housing program. And not only am I financially free, but y'all, I live a life of impact. I'm fulfilled. I wake up and know that I'm living in purpose, know that I'm changing people's lives, because the individuals that we house, y'all, a traditional landlord would never. A traditional landlord would never. So we are not landlords, y'all. We are housing programs, and language is everything in this business. So I want you guys to get that through your head. If you want to start a housing program, you are a housing program. You're not nobody's landlord, and these are not your tenants. TikTok, I'm gonna need for y'all to get the likes up to 10K. Let's go. Let's go. So yes, that's to kind of give you guys some perspective. Now, we get paid from the individual, y'all. So you do not have to be looking for no grants. If somebody tell you you need grants, they're lying. I've been running this business since 2021, not a grant in sight. When I tell y'all my people pay like clockwork on autopilot, that's exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. YouTube, let's hit the thumbs up on the live stream, guys. It's about 40 of us in this chat. Do me a favor and smash that like button. Thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, so TikTok, y'all tap the screen. FB, y'all don't be funny acting. Y'all show love by hearting the live, commenting. I don't know if you guys are typing anything because I can't see the comments, but yeah, y'all. What was I saying? I done lost track. I'm having too much fun. I done lost track of what I was saying. Oh, but let me say this, y'all. It's officially 1 year I've been teaching independent housing online. This time last year is when my post went viral, and then people was like, "Can you teach me? Can you teach me?" And I officially have taught over 3,500 students. Over 3,500 students. Listen. I taught over 3,500 students how to become financially free through providing safe housing to individuals in need. Now, who going to join the winning team? Who want to learn from the queen and join the winning team? If you want to learn from the queen, drop a 1 in the chat. Because listen, ain't nobody giving it up the way I give it up to my students. And my students is really having success, and they really having big motion, big impact on this channel. And that's just that on that. Now, what I'm gonna do for y'all for my anniversary, for my teaching anniversary, I'm gonna stay tuned to the end. Stay tuned to the end. Stay tuned to the end, and I'm gonna tell y'all. But yes, period. So it's big motion over here. It's big impact and bigger income, and that's what it's about on this channel, y'all. I teach you guys that impact and income can coexist. You don't have to struggle in life. You don't have to help people and be it. You can help people and still be well off, because you cannot save anybody if you can't save yourself. If you barely making rent, you struggling, how you can help anybody? You cannot. So my mission is to create more impactful earners, more impactful CEOs, more people, because I tell y'all, wealth in the right hands could do some great things for this world. We need more impactful CEOs. We need more impactful earners to actually make a difference. So that's why I get on here. That's why I'm so passionate about teaching you guys independent housing. So yeah, that's that on that. Now, you might be thinking, I'm gonna teach you guys how to get to 10K months, how to get to your first 5K to 10K months in this business. Now, if you are in the chat, I want everybody to dream. I want everybody to tell me, if you could make a certain amount of month every, if you could make a certain amount of money every single month, what would it be? Drop it in the chat. I want you guys to manifest. Is that 3K? Is that 5K? How much money a month would you want to make for yourself? Drop it in the chat. I want to see. Deja said 10K, period. Nay said 6K, period. Life and Well said 20K. I know that's right. Sanithia said 25K. Okay. 30K minimum, period. Judy said 10K. I know that's right. 8K, 15K. We got some heavy hitters in the chat, period. Listen, 15K, 10K. All the numbers that y'all listed, 50K. TC said 50K. I know that's right. Terrence said 25 plus, period. Listen, all the numbers that you guys put in the chat is attainable. It is attainable. But in this business, when it comes to independent housing, the way you're going to get to your freedom number is by the beds. So I teach you guys how to get paid by the bed. So everybody drop bed in the chat, and I'm going to break it down even more for y'all. So everybody drop bed in the chat. We get paid by the bed in this business, y'all. So the more people you can house, the more money you can make, the more people that you can impact, the more people you can help. We get paid by the bed. So let me tell you guys what this is. So I teach you to set up shared rooms. Period, Renee. Listen, you should have got on. Y'all be playing too much. The prices, yesterday's price is not today's price. And that's why when I put my stuff on sale, y'all need to take action, because y'all be playing too much. Now, I teach you guys how to get paid by the bed. So in this business, we do shared rooms. So I teach my students to do a minimum of 2 individuals into one room. So you might be thinking, "Oh, that's crazy. Why would you put 2 people in a room? Why that's messed up." Listen, y'all. The people that we serve, the people that we house, they have no other choice. They are loving it in that shared room. Why? Because if it's not for housing programs like yourself, if it's not for housing programs like us, these individuals will either be in the streets, they will be in a shelter, or they will be in a jail or somebody's prison. So I always tell the people that I house, when they call, I say we are a step up from the streets and we are a step up from the shelters. That's what the difference is. And them shelters, y'all, they sharing about 50 people in one room. So we doing them a great thing by offering them shared housing in a safe and structured living environment. Now, AJ said I did Klarna yesterday. Listen, I know that's right. We got some action takers in the chat. So YouTube, you guys get the likes up in the stream. But yeah, y'all, we are doing shared rooms. We do a minimum of 2 individuals into one room. And yes, there are grown, independent adults that are willing to share a room because they have no other choice. Now, you guys might be thinking, well, what type of people will want to share a room? Now, maybe people like me and you would not want to share a room because we have options. We don't have to do that. But with the population that I teach my students to go after, they really don't have a choice, y'all, because guess what? They have bad credit. They don't qualify to rent from traditional landlords. That's why they end up in housing programs. And that's why I tell my students, and that's why I tell y'all, housing programs and independent living is the new wave, y'all. It's the new wave. So if you don't jump in and get your stuff going, you just gonna miss out, because housing is getting expensive. People cannot afford to live in a whole apartment by themselves. People cannot afford to rent out rooms because either they got bad credit, they got background. So that's why housing programs like us exist, y'all. That's why we are such in high demand and we are so needed in our communities, because we're really offering second chance housing to these individuals. Believe it or not, we're doing a great thing for them, because a regular landlord would turn their nose up. And some of the people that I house, y'all, I house people that are coming home from prison, that are on parole and probation. They would never qualify to get an apartment or any house. I house SEG offenders, y'all. And just because you hear that word don't mean that they touch children. There are so many people in that's in need of housing that people are not willing to take a chance on them. And like I tell y'all, I'm a firm believer that everybody deserves a safe place to call home. Who are you to deny somebody housing because of their past? Everybody makes mistakes. You just ain't get caught up in yours. If we being real, just because they got caught up and they had to do the time, I'm sure you did some stuff, but you just got away with it. So you should never be in a position to judge anyone as a housing provider. It is your mission and your impact is to provide safe and structured living to all in need. Long as they got their money. Long as they got their money, they willing to follow your rules that you set for your housing program. What's the problem? So that's what the difference is, y'all. So we are really doing a great thing by offering safe housing to the people that we house. Now, I'm going to teach you guys how to get to 10K months in this business. Anywhere between 5 to 10K is pretty easy, honestly, if you ask me. And honestly, y'all, one house can change your whole life, because one house was life-changing for me. Now, for my students, I tell my students to start off with a 4-2. I tell my students to start off with a 4-2. And a 4-2, y'all, is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Before I continue, YouTube, I'm going to need for you guys to smash that like button. It's about 50 of us in this chat. I'm going to need for y'all to give me some energy. TikTok, I'm going to need for y'all to get the stream up to at least 20K likes. FB, I'm going to need for y'all to hit the, I don't see no hearts coming through on the screen either for y'all. Like, what's going on? Y'all trying to drain me of my energy, but y'all not giving back. What's going on? I'm putting y'all onto something new, something free that you can do for yourself and change the trajectory of your entire life while impacting your community. Honestly, y'all, if you ask me, it's a win-win. You don't need no experience for this business. You don't have to be no nurse, no CNA. You don't even have to own property. Did I mention that part? Did I mention that part? You don't got to own no property, y'all, because I don't own any property. I rent all 6 of my locations, and that's why I teach my students how they can do this through properties that they don't own. So you definitely can rent. Now, I want to see who we got in this chat. If you're a homeowner, drop a 1 in the chat. If you own property, drop a 1. If you don't own property, drop a 2. I want to see who we got in the room so I can let you guys know if this opportunity can work for you. So we got a lot of homeowners. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of homeowners in the chat. On YouTube, it's a lot of 2s. Hey, Sade, period. All right, all right. Make sure y'all smash that like button when you come in, period. So we do have a lot of homeowners, which is a great thing, but I want to focus on my people that don't own property, right? Because a lot of y'all think that y'all big as, hey, Sparkle, a lot of y'all think that you have to own property to do this. Listen, y'all, I don't own nothing. I don't own not one property. I rent all 6 houses that I run my housing programs out of with permission. So I teach you guys how to get permission from the landlords and property management companies. Somebody type permission in the chat. I'm not teaching y'all no funny business. This ain't no shady stuff going on. People like, oh, she doing that stuff behind their back. No, the landlords know what I do and they love what I do. Somebody type permission in the chat. We having our way over here. We really having our way with these homeowners, and we really having our way with these property management companies. And I teach y'all how to have y'all way. Because it's to the point where my landlords, they be calling me like, can you look on the website? Can you go check this address out? Can you see if this is a good fit for the program? Listen, y'all, they be throwing houses at me. That's where you want to be in this business. In this business of independent housing, the best place to be in is to have access to property and access to the clients that's ready to come into that property. If you have both of those, listen, the income potential, unlimited. The income potential, unlimited. You really having your way. And that's how I teach my students how they can have their way. So when you have access to those resources and you make those type of connections in your community, listen, the sky is the limit. So I teach you guys how to get permission from property management companies and private owners to run your very own housing program. And listen, y'all, I even have students that are felons that are doing this business. So that's proof that I don't care what your background is. And I tell my students, I don't care if you did 30 years in prison. As long as you got a business mind and a heart to really want to help people, you can thrive in this business, y'all. I don't care what your background is. And that's why I advocate for independent housing. That's why I advocate this business model to so many everyday people, because I one of my missions, y'all, I take everyday people and I turn them into impactful earners, impactful CEOs. I don't care if you was strung out on drugs 20 years ago. If you're a changed person and you got a business mindset and you got a genuine heart to help people, you can get paid for that. And that's why I'm here to teach y'all. I teach you guys how to set up safe houses in your community, in your city, in your state, because there is such a high need. Such a high need. And it's only going to get bigger, y'all. Housing is a recession proof business, a recession proof business that's not going anywhere. If you got what I'm talking about tonight, say got it. If y'all get what I'm talking about, say got it. Because I want to see some feedback from y'all. Because I know I'm talking good, but I need y'all to understand this information. I need you guys to understand how attainable financial freedom is to you through independent housing and starting your own housing program. Cause I am not nobody spectacular, y'all. I always tell people I'm a businesswoman first and I'm a baddie immediately after. I am not no nurse. I am not no CNA. I did not go to school for this. I was a person that had a heart to help people and I found a way to get paid for it. So that's why I get on here and educate you guys on how you can get paid for helping others. You don't have to struggle to help somebody. You don't have to be a nonprofit to help people. You can start a for-profit business and get paid for what you do. Everybody deserves to get paid for what they do. Period. And that's just that on that. Somebody said, how do you get paid if they homeless? Consuelo, you must be late to my chat. We already talked about that. If you just joined and drop, just join in the chat. But yes, y'all, I teach you guys how to get paid from housing the homeless through starting your own housing program. And listen, just because you hear the word homeless does not mean that these people don't have money. I only teach my students to house individuals that have money. Y'all, the biggest misconception that y'all think is homeless people don't have no money. The homeless people that I house and the homeless people I teach my students to house, they have guaranteed income. And if you are in the chat and you know what the income streams are, somebody drop it in the chat for the newcomers. So I want to see who was paying attention. If you guys are paying attention, what type of income do these homeless people have? Somebody put it in the chat so I could pin it for the newcomers. But I only teach you guys to go after housing people. Jay said disability, that part. We got some people that's paying attention. SSI, period. Y'all might want to screenshot and take some notes. Social Security, period. Period. So for the ones that's asking how these homeless people have money, there you have it in this chat. They dropping it for y'all. Period. So I only teach my students to go after housing individuals with guaranteed money because we got to get paid. We got to get paid. Bills is due, rent is due, and ain't nothing free in his life. Ain't nothing free in his life. And that's just that on that. So I teach my students how to get paid and how to impact. And there's nothing wrong with the two. Nothing wrong. Don't let nobody shame you for wanting to get paid for helping somebody. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah, we still do it from the heart, but guess what? We getting paid too. And that's just that on that. So yeah. So for the homeowners in the chat, so I told you guys, you can do this business through either renting or owning the property. However, I teach my students to start out as a renter because I was a renter when I did this and it worked out for me. I'm 6 houses in to this day, 49 beds. So can't nobody clock my tea. Now, the only difference is if you own property, you are a step ahead of us because guess what? You ain't got to ask nobody for permission what to do up in your house. This is your house. Ain't nobody tell you what to do in your house. Somebody says street workers making street money need housing too. Listen, well, set up the house for them. Set up the house for the street workers. Listen. I'm cracking up. Y'all funny in my chat. But yes, everybody deserves a safe place to call home, y'all. And that's why I teach you guys how to set this up in your cities and your states, because everybody deserves a safe place to call home. But the difference is we are only providing housing to people that got that money. Now, you might be thinking, so what is it? This sound like a boarding home or this. I hate that word, y'all. I hate that word, boarding home. I hate that word. What's the other word? Rooming house. I hate that word. This ain't that, y'all. And I'm going to tell you why this is not a boarding home and this is not a rooming house. Number one, when you're doing a boarding home or rooming house, those people are only renting out private rooms. Somebody dropped private in the chat. So when it comes to rooming houses, y'all, when it comes to boarding homes, those people are only offering private rooms. I don't teach you guys that. I teach you guys to do shared rooms. Now, the biggest mistake that I made starting out was moving, like just renting out rooms, because when I tell you I had a lady in my house prostituting, y'all, it was getting crazy. I said, "Oh no, this can't work." And when it comes to them private rooms, y'all, there is no accountability in them private rooms. Some people is getting high behind them closed doors. They sneaking people up in the house. They got people living with them. She had a man living in the room with her. Like, what are you doing? And that's what them private rooms be getting, y'all. So that's why I teach you guys with the housing model that I teach you guys to set up housing programs. This is safe and it's structured. These people are not doing what they want to do. And you, as the housing provider, you set the tone in your housing program. So you can make the rules as as lenient as you like, or you can make it as strict as you like. Honestly, the choice is yours. Me personally, I believe in running a strict program in real life. So I run a strict program in my housing program as well. But guess what? My people love it here. Even though it's strict, even though it's rules, they don't mind it because they would rather listen to those rules than be in somebody's shelter or be in the street somewhere. So honestly, y'all, the demographics that I teach you guys to go after, they need that structure. I'm supposed to double it. They need the structure, guys. So we're doing a great thing for them. So that's where the impact comes in with this. This ain't no rooming house. We not just, and I always tell my students, there's a thin line between a rooming house and a trap house. I don't teach you guys to set up trap houses. I don't teach you guys to set that up. We are really creating safe spaces in our community, in our neighborhoods. We not sitting here having our people terrorizing the neighbors. This ain't that. Now, them people that's running them boarding homes, that's running them trap homes, guess what? They terrorizing the neighborhood. And before you know it, the city gonna come shut them down. How y'all want to know how I've been able to run successfully since 2021 without getting shut down? Because my house is ran as a strict program. My people know not to play with me. So that's why I teach you guys, when you run a safe and structured living environment, you are doing a great thing for your community. And guess what? You making your money in peace. Ain't nobody going to come bother you. Ain't nobody going to come bother you. And that's why I teach you guys, anybody can set this up. That's why y'all need to be starting this up. I don't care if you a felon. I don't care if you got bad credit. None of that matters in this business. I told you guys, the only thing that matters in this business is you having a business mindset and a heart to really genuinely want to help people. Now, if you just money driven, this ain't the channel for you, because you still gotta move with some compassion and you still gotta move with some decency to the people that we house, y'all, because they are a vulnerable population. So if you're just chasing a check, chasing the $1,500 vets, this ain't going to be the stream for you, because I don't teach all that. I teach you guys impact and income. I teach you guys how to set up sustainable housing programs that'll run for years until you either shut that house down or until you cancel your lease out. So I told y'all, I got houses that's running from 2021, still making me over 7K every single month. That's what I'm teaching you guys. Sustainability, real business, not no get rich quick, not no get rich quick. So that's what the difference is, guys. Now, you might be thinking, well, how much can I get per bed in this business? I want to know how much I can make. What's the income potential? So in this business, guys, I'm based in Metro Atlanta. My bed price is $750. However, the price that you charge is just going to depend on your area. But I want everybody to drop their city in the chat or drop their state, and I'll let you guys know what my students are charging in your area. So everybody drop their cities or drop their states. So for Florida, my students are charging $850 per bed. In Orlando, Florida, 850. New York City is a bit expensive, so maybe like 950 to 1,000. So Los Angeles, California, they're charging 950 per bed, 1,000 per bed. Charlotte, they're charging about 650 to 700. Thelma said, looking beautiful. Thank you, Thelma. Macon, Georgia, about 650, 600, anywhere from 500 to 650. Well, somebody else said, hold on. Oh, they're going fast, y'all. So Texas charge anywhere between 700 to 850. But here's the thing, y'all. So when it comes to pricing your beds, I've seen people charge as anywhere between $500 per bed all the way up to $1,500 per bed. Now, with that being said, so even though I charge $750 per bed, I do have some individuals that pay me $1,000 a month, and I do have some individuals that pay me $1,200 per month. However, I don't lead y'all with that because I don't get that from everybody. Most of my people pay $750. Most of my people pay $750. Now, so it just depends on your area what you can charge. But I'm gonna give you guys some realistic numbers of my very first house, of what my first house is bringing in. Now, when you're just starting out in this business, I always recommend my students to start out with either a single family home that's a 4-2, which is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, or you can start out with a 3-2, a 3-1. It just depends on what the cost of living is in your area. But for me, I like a 4-2 because I can put a minimum of 8 beds in that house. Everybody drop eights in the chat. Everybody drop eights in the chat, but I like a house that can maximize. I can maximize the bed space. Now, a 4-2, I know I can get a minimum of 8 beds in that house for sure. So that's why I teach my students to start with that 4 because you can get a minimum of 8 beds. Now, with those 8 beds, so in my very first home, y'all, it was a 4-2, but I put 9 beds in that house. I put 9 beds in there, and I'm gonna break down the math for y'all so you can know how much money that house brings me in every single month. So just to give you guys an idea. Now, for the 8 beds that's in my 4-2, I charge $750. So that one house is bringing in $6K a month. And this is money that I don't have to slave for. I don't have to sling an Amazon package. And for the ones that's wondering, where'd you get 8 beds from? So that 8 beds came from the shared room. So we do shared rooms. So your rooms that you get, y'all, they should be big enough to put at least 2 twin beds in there. Okay. So whatever house you get, you need to maximize the shared rooms. If it's too small, and then even though I have 8 beds at 750, right? I had one room that was just way too small to make a shared. So I use that one as a private room, and that person is paying 1,000. So let me add that into it. So my 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, every single month is bringing me in $7K a month. Listen, a lot of y'all is not making this at y'all 9 to 5. A lot of y'all, even if you are making it, you overworking for it. You staying on your feet all day. You working, you slinging Amazon packages. You doing DoorDash and Uber Eats. So this is 7K, y'all, that comes to me every single month like clockwork. I don't have to lift a finger for this money. Only thing I have to do is keep my beds filled. That's it. Just keep the beds filled. And this is you setting up your house one time, y'all. I set my house up back in 2021, and this is still coming in every single month like clockwork. Every single month. And I'm about to break down the expenses for y'all, but I'm just showing you guys the gross number of the income potential that one house can do for you. So, and a lot of y'all in this chat, y'all was saying that your freedom number is 5K a month. Listen, all you need is one house to hit that. So if you guys feel like if you want to make 7K, somebody drop 7K in the chat. Because I know a lot of y'all, even if you are making this at your 9 to 5, who can't see the Facebook chat? Oh, yeah, I can see it now. I can see it now. Even if you are, listen, make an extra 7K, y'all. Why not get an extra 7K? Can you talk about how you put 9 beds in a 4-bedroom? Because I made an extra space for a bed. It's simple. If the house is big, you could listen. Use your imagination. Use your imagination. So it ain't rocket science, but yeah. But this is all for one house, y'all. All I had to do was set this up one time. I ain't had to sling no Amazon package. I ain't had to DoorDash and Uber Eats myself to the ground. I did not have to work with no miserable coworkers and go to some office and listen to the gossiping old ladies. Listen, this is effortless money. We talking soft era for the girlies that want to be in a soft era. Bet you better set you a housing program. Hello? For the ones that's wanting to be that's wanting to live a life of their dreams, this is what gave it to me, y'all. Independent housing. Not no man. This is a business that funds my lifestyle. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching you guys how you can set these up as an everyday person. You don't have to be nobody special. You don't have to be no nurse. You don't have to be no CNA. And that's why I tell y'all be sitting here, oh, I want to start up a group home. You will never be able to start a group home in your life. And that's just the reality of it. A lot of y'all will never be in position to start a group home, to start a personal care home. And that's just the reality. However, this is more of a dream that can actually come true for you. A lot of y'all are in position to start a housing program and make your money. And you ain't got to start no group home. This is the new wave, y'all. The new wave is independent housing. I don't even have to be at my houses every day. Some of my houses ain't seen me in months, if we being real. Some of my houses ain't seen me in months. And this is just me setting up the house one time, putting my systems in place and collecting my money every single month and making sure the bills paid and making sure them beds stay filled. Now, this is what I'm telling y'all. This could do a lot for y'all. Imagine not having to work a 9 to 5 because you got one house. And that's why I tell y'all one house is life changing. Now, let me subtract some of the utilities so you guys can know what you're going to be taking home after you pay your bills, because this is my house here. So your house might be different. But my rent for this house, y'all, is only $18.50. So let's subtract $18.50 from my gross. I want to give y'all some real numbers. So I'm gonna give y'all some real numbers. Okay, so yes, so whatever bed price you set for your people, y'all, that's gonna include their utilities. So you as the housing provider, is your job to pay the utilities, but when you price your bed, you include all of that into your bed price. So yes, so you charge them one flat rate. So I teach you guys to get paid by the bed, and you're gonna charge the individual one flat rate. That's it. And then you are responsible for paying all the bills. Now, after we take out rent, this is based in Metro Atlanta. So after we take out rent, I'm left with $5,150, right? That's still some good money. A lot of y'all still not seeing that at y'all 9 to 5. In New York, that's about to be 4K. I got students in New York, Rockaway. I got students in upstate New York that's up and running that got houses. So it's possible. But of course, you wouldn't price your beds like I price my beds. That's why I teach my students how to price their beds based on where they're located. My 750, it might not be your bed price. Your bed price might be 950. Your bed price might be 850. It just depends. But I'm just going based off of I'm telling y'all based off of my house, right? Now, typically when it comes to budgeting utilities, I tell my students to budget anywhere between $500 to $800 a month in utilities. However, for this house here, my utilities never go over $500. It'd be like 400 something. So for the sake of the example, and just to give you guys an idea, I'm going to subtract $500 for the utilities. And then utilities, that includes gas, lights, internet, insurance, everything. That includes everything, y'all. Now, this is what I take home every single month from that one house. After bills are paid, I am taking home $4,650. Somebody drop 4K in the chat. This is all profit, y'all. This is money that I did not have to sit here and trade my time for. This is money that I did not have to slave on my feet for 30 hours. I did not have to work overnight shifts for this 4K. This is just me setting up a house one time, furnishing it, filling my home up with the right individuals and letting it pay me every single month like clockwork on autopilot. On autopilot. Listen, a lot of y'all say y'all financial freedom number at 5K, 6K. Honestly, y'all, one house could really take care of some of y'all. And this is what I realized because when I set up my first house, y'all, I was still working a 9 to 5. I was still working my 9 to 5, and I was like door dashing and doing all type of stuff. But when I sat down and was looking at my bank statements, I was like, I don't even need this job. I don't even need this job. I stopped that job so fast, y'all, and I put all my energy into getting another house. Another house. So for the ones that say they want to make 10K months, let's just run the numbers really quick. For those that's in the chat that's saying they want to hit 10K months. So let's do 16 times 750. Now 16 is the number of beds. 16, y'all, is only two houses. 16 people is two houses. So imagine that's 12K. Somebody dropped 12K in the chat. If you open up two houses and you have 16 people paying 750, this is 12K a month that you getting on autopilot. And that's just that on that. A lot of y'all, listen, a lot of y'all got to slave and do overtime and all type of stuff to see this type of money. Not with this business. You setting up your house one time and you got this money coming in like clockwork every single month. And listen, y'all, I got 6 of these. And that's why I tell y'all, find out what your freedom number is. So whether that's 10K, whether that's 20K, and find out how many beds you're going to need to get to your freedom number in this business. Everybody's not trying to have 6 houses like me. Everybody don't want 8 houses, 10 houses. So that's why I tell you guys, you can take this business, you can take your housing program as far as you want to take it. Ain't nobody capping your income. Nobody's gonna come tell you, oh, Kawhi, you can only have 2 houses. We are not regulated, y'all. The state don't run nothing. We are independent housing. That's why I preach this to y'all. You set the tone in your homes and you create the rules. Your focus is providing safe and structured living environment for these people, making sure that you don't take nobody that need a high level of care. Don't be taking nobody that and trying to get them 3 meals a day. Stay away from that. The moment you start moving like a group home and you start acting like a group home, guess what? The city gonna come knocking on your door and they're gonna shut your tail down. And I don't teach y'all that. That's why you need to follow my blueprints. Follow the blueprint that I lay out for y'all. I'm not successful for no reason. I've been doing this since 2021. I know it works. I know it works. And not only do I know it works, I have over 50 students that are successful, started up their housing businesses in different states off of my material. So that should tell you something. My students is really doing their biggest one. I don't do nothing but create success stories because guess what? I'm a winner. And once my students attach to me and they do my material and they put the work in, success is inevitable. And that's just that on that. So that's why I tell y'all, when you want financial freedom, you want to live the life of your dreams, you have to go out there and build something. And what did I do? I built a business. I built a housing business that changed my life forever. I never have to clock into a 9 to 5 as long as I live because guess what? These houses take care of me. I don't need no man sponsoring my life. My businesses fund me. So that's why I get on here and teach you guys that financial freedom is attainable for you. 10K months should be your new normal. Really, all you need is 2 houses. A lot of people be struggling to make 10K and they never make it in their lifetime, but you can do that, but just setting up these safe houses. It's simple. I have students that are felons. I have students that are single mothers. I have students that are still working a 9 to 5. So, and I have students that got bad credit. Credit is not a factor in this business, y'all. Somebody type no credit needed in the chat. No credit is needed for this. I know it sounds crazy, but listen, when I went, the landlords that I rent from, y'all, when I tell you guys, they never asked me for a credit check. They never asked me for a bank statement. They never asked me for no background check. None of that. I had one of my top students, y'all, she's a felon and she got 3 houses. So that should tell y'all something. I don't care if you're a felon. I don't care if you got bad credit. These landlords do not care. They do not care, but you have to know what to tell them to get the yes from them. And that's what I teach my students. That's what I teach my students. Okay, some of the comments just coming in through Facebook, they were stuck for a minute. But that's what the difference is, y'all. Financial freedom is attainable for you, but you have to go out there and build something. And for me, it was housing programs, independent housing. There is no cap on my income, y'all. If I want to go out there and create 10 housing programs and get 10 location, who going to check me? Nobody. Who going to clock my tea? Can't nobody clock my tea. And that's why I tell my students, you can take this as far as you want to take it. So honestly, the sky is the limit for you. You want 10 houses? You go set your business in place and go get your 10 houses. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. And that's why I love entrepreneurship. That's why I preach entrepreneurship on you guys. That's why I preach building a business, because a 9 to 5 is not going to take care of you. A 9 to 5 is not going to give you the life of your dreams. A 9 to 5 is not going to allow you to live a life of luxury. For me, my life of luxury came from my businesses. If I want to make a certain amount a month, guess what? I put it in place for myself to make that, and I go do the work. And that's what I teach you guys, how to set up your very own housing program in any city, in any state. And you don't need no license, no zoning, no permit. You don't need no credit. You don't even got to own the property. I don't own any of these properties, y'all. So you guys might be wondering, well, this sound good, Lane. How can I sign up? How can I learn underneath you? How can I become a student? How can I join the winning team? Because listen, all my students is winning in real life. They got multiple houses, not just one. They got 2, 3, 4 houses. So that's why I tell y'all could take the information that I give you and go as far with it as you want to. Sky is the limit for you. I got some students, they out in their community having city meetings with the council, and they really making big moves, y'all. When I tell you the business that we do, yes, we get paid for it, but we're really impacting the city. We really impacting our community, y'all. It's bigger than housing. And that's what I love about this. Yes, we're getting paid, but this housing can open up so many doors for y'all. So many doors. But guess what I tell everybody? Housing is the foundation. Housing was the foundation for me, y'all. Me starting up this housing business has opened me to so many doors. And even though I don't tell all of them online, but I show you guys glimpses. But honestly, people are making real big moves in their cities with this housing business. Now, if you're in the chat and you want to know, how can I get paid from housing individuals and creating safe houses? I want to become a student. Drop student in the chat, and I'm gonna open up some spots for students for y'all. So drop student in the chat. I want to see if you guys are wanting to become a student, wanting to learn from the queen, the best in the business, the realest in the field, the one that's going to take you to your next level. Drop student in the chat. Drop student in the chat. Period. Period. Shout out to all my trophies. I call all my students my trophies because they win. Once you connect with a winner, you have no choice but to win. Energy is very contagious. And that's why I tell y'all, be careful who y'all learn from. Be careful who your mentor is, because that'll make a difference in your success. Success leave clues, and my success has receipts because my students is having big motion. My students is really winning in this business. And I don't brag off of me. I brag off of them. So I brag different. But success leaves clues. All right. So for everybody, James said, good evening, Lane student. Period. 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 So to all my trophies in the chat, everybody that want to join the winning team and learn from the queen, that's the best thing you could do to get into this business, because I keep it all the way real with you guys. I walk you from A to Z in this process. And then the best thing to do, y'all, is to invest in my bundle. My bundle is going to walk you step by step. And the bundle is not an ebook. It's an actual video. That's a class. It's about 3 hours long. And it also gives you the forms that you need to be successful in this business, to run your housing program smoothly, successfully. Now, what I'm going to do, being that this is my 1-year teaching anniversary, I'm going to discount my bundle even more for today only, because today makes my 1 year of teaching independent housing. This time last year, I was hosting my very first class, my very first webinar, and it was a sold out class. So in honor of me teaching this business for 1 year, impacting over 3,800 students, teaching over 3,800 students how to become financially free. Thank you, Ms. McKnight. Thank you. Thank you. In honor of those accomplishments, in honor of me helping over 50 people become 6-figure earners through housing the homeless, what I'm going to do for you guys, for only while I'm on this live, I'm going to discount my bundle. And let me go ahead and do that. So hold one tight, sit tight, and I'm going to show you guys how to get it. So let me discount it first. And this is only going to be while I'm on this live stream, y'all. So you might want to take action. And then we do have Klarna and Afterpay. So if you are in this chat and you're wanting to do the payment plan, yes, definitely do it. Period, Ms. McKnight. Look, talk to him. Let me pin that. If you want to learn from the realists in the field that have real receipts, a teacher that got real receipts, a mentor that's having real motion, I got houses and my students got houses, you might want to join the winning team because ain't nobody winning like me and mine. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Period. All right, y'all. So the program is discounted right now. I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. I'm going to show you guys how to get it. And then once you get it, come back and say, got it. And I'm going to show you guys how to get the ongoing coaching. Once you invest in my program and my bundle, you become a student of mine and we are locked in for life. So we're locked in for life and you get ongoing access to me inside of the exclusive FB community where you can get your questions answered. You can attend the free meetups where you can ask questions, get the support you need on your journey. And that's why our students is having so much success, y'all, because we really pour into them overly. We overly pour into y'all in that community. So let me show you guys how to become a student and do not sleep because when I get off of here, the price is going right back up. So if you're on TikTok, what you're going to do, you're going to click on my profile picture right up here. Once you click on my profile picture, another box is going to pop up. Once that pops up, click on my face again, and it's going to take you to my page. Hold on, let me pull it up. It's going to take you to my page. And then when it takes you to my page, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to click where it says Stand Store. And it's the very first one, y'all. Get my bundle. It's on sale for 5 minutes. Listen, you let that timer run out if you want to. Whoever said that, listen. Klarna and Afterpay, you want to use Klarna and Afterpay, hit the drop down and it should be able to let you do the payment plan. Once you get it, come back and say got it. And I'm going to show you guys how to get the ongoing coaching inside of our community. So for YouTube, what you guys are going to do is a drop down button in this chat. So you're going to drop down the description bar and it's going to say like enroll to become a student and it says Stand Store. So it says click here to become a student. So click that. And once you click that, this is going to pop up. My store should pop up like this and it's going to say get my bundle. It's currently on sale. So for the repeat people that catch this late, I hate that for you. You should have been on the live stream. You missed your blessing, but you're going to click on get my bundle. Scroll all the way down, y'all. And when you scroll all the way down, this is how you get to the Klarna and Afterpay. This is how you get the Klarna and Afterpay, if you can see that clearly. And once you get it, come back and say, got it, so I can shout you out. Hey, L'Oreal. Hey, L'Oreal. And for Facebook, what you're going to do, it should be linked in this chat somewhere. It should be linked in this chat. So click on my link or go to my page and come back in and click on it and a bundle should pop up. Another quick announcement. Oh, I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Set alarm for 5 minutes. So how to become a student again, Nini. So what you're going to do, you are going to go to my profile picture right up here and another box is going to pop up. Click on my face again. What the heck? A fake page just joined me. People are weird. Hold on. Listen, y'all, this is my only account on TikTok. They are doing some crazy stuff. Do not get scammed, y'all. And then once you go to my profile, click where it says Stand Store. Yeah, I see that. They just came back in again. Hold on. Let me block them. Bunch of weirdos. I just blocked them. This is stupid. So you're going to go to click my bundle. And it's on sale, y'all. Y'all can sleep if y'all want to. I promise you, I'm not playing with y'all. At the end of this month, y'all, my prices are going up even higher. I've had too much success. I've had too many success stories under my belt. Deja said, got it. Shout out to Deja. So Terrence said, do I need a discount code? No code needed. Somebody type no code needed. No code needed. Everything is discounted, y'all. The bundle is discounted currently. So you might want to wake up and move your feet and don't be because listen, I hate that for y'all because I'm telling y'all at the end of the month, price is going up. Shout out to Chloe. Chloe said she got it. No code needed, y'all. Help what? Denise, you need help? Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. So for my FB community, if you don't see the link in here in this stream, you're going to go to my page. So once you go to my profile, click on this link right here. Click on this link on my page. So you might have to leave and go click on this. Once you click on that, let me show you what's going to come up. This is going to come up. Click get my bundle. click get my bundle. And when you click get my bundle, scroll all the way down. And if you want to use Klarna and Afterpay, just hit the drop down. And make sure you guys put your emails in correctly, because if not, you're going to have to reach out to me and I'm going to have to update that for you. So please make sure you put your email in correctly. And for all my trophies, shout out to all my action takers taking action, joining the winning team. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to all my trophies. Now, do not leave. Once you get your bundle, do not leave. I'm going to show you guys how to join the community to get your ongoing support. Because when I tell y'all, you cannot do life alone. You cannot do life alone. And that community that we have is going to take you to your next level. MJ said, I bought my bundle. MJ, inbox me, because you might have not put your email in the question box. And this is another thing. When you join a community, you have to put your email that you purchased with to be approved, y'all. If not, it's not going to go through. Anybody that want to become a student that need me to show them how to become a student, type me in the chat. Also, I got my bundle. Let's go. We got some heavy hitters. Shout out to my trophy. Shout out to Rockaway. Shout out to my trophies doing their biggest one. It's to the top for you. Once you connect to me, it's to the top. So make sure you guys stay down for your come up. Put the work in. I promise you, success is inevitable, honestly. Me. Okay. So Sade said, I'm on the winning team. Let's go. Listen, shout out to all my heavy hitters. That's why I be calling out my heavy hitters. That's just the jersey in me, y'all. But yeah, shout out to my heavy hitters. Shout out to my trophies. Y'all do y'all biggest one. All right, so let me show you my TikTok family how to become a student, what you're going to do. And my bundle is currently discounted in honor of my 1-year teaching anniversary. This has been officially 1 year I've been teaching independent housing online. Even though I've been doing this business since 2021, y'all, like, I'm really doing my biggest one, teaching people financial freedom through housing. Moneybag said, got it, period. Now, so on TikTok, you're going to click on my profile picture right here. Once you, okay, I'm going to show you, Kiara. So for everybody on TikTok that's trying to become a student, you're going to do this. So click on my profile picture right here. Once you click on my profile picture, another box is going to pop up. So you're going to click on my face again. Once that box pops up, hold on, let me pull it up on my phone and show you. And then once you click on my face, it's going to take you to my page. Once you go to my page, click where it says Stand Store. You click Stand Store right here, right underneath my email. It's the very first one. Get my bundle. Get my bundle. It's on sale, y'all. It'll never be this low again. It'll never be this low after I get off this live. So you might want to wake up. And then you're going to scroll all the way down. If you want to use Klarna and Afterpay, you're just going to hit the K at checkout. Gold Money said, got it, period. Shout out to all my heavy hitters, all my action takers. Couture said, got it. Welcome to the winning team. Welcome to the winning team. So let me show all my students, all my heavy hitters. Hold the phone in the screen. Oh, wait, hold on. Timer went off. Now, anybody on FB that want to become a student, drop a me in the chat and I'm going to show you guys, because I don't see nobody saying nothing. I see Charmaine said hold the screen, but Life Experience said, I don't have TikTok or Facebook. I only have Messenger to get FB community. I'm trying to see. I mean, are you able to join the group? Because you don't need to be on FB, but you just need to be inside the group, because that's where we post our meeting links. Indian Princess said, got it. Shout out to you. All right, so for my FB community, I'm going to show you guys how to become a student before I show everybody how to join the community. So for everybody that got their bundle, do not leave. I'm going to show you guys how to join the community to get your ongoing support. So even after you watch your bundle and you have ongoing questions, then make sure you join the community, because that's where you're going to get your ongoing support and have access to me and my business partner Up the Score. So you're going to be learning from two of the best in the businesses, pouring into you guys, making sure you guys are where you need to be. Oh, you don't need TikTok, Linda. I'm going to show you how to get it on here on YouTube. All you got to do is click the drop down button on this video. So hold on, y'all. I'm coming. So for YouTube, let me see if I can pull it up from my phone and show you guys. Anthony said, I plan to open mine in Charlotte. I have so many success stories in Charlotte. I have so many students up and running in Charlotte. So that's a great place. So when you go to my video, hold on. When you go to my video right here on YouTube, you should see where it says more. You see where it says more? Click where it says more in this video. And the link is right here. See where it says enroll to become a student? That's what you're going to click on YouTube. So you're just going to hit the description under the video that says more. It's very easy. So let me know if that works. So you're going to click under the video and scroll down and say enroll to become a student. So you don't need to download TikTok to get it. So once you just hit the drop down in this video, it says enroll to become a student. So that's what you're going to do. Is a link on IG. No, Kira. So let me show you. Terrence said he got it. Period, Terrence. So I'm going to show you guys one more time. Now, for TikTok to become a student, what you're going to do, you're going to click on my profile picture right up here. Once you click on my profile picture right up there, a box is going to pop up with my profile. And make sure you follow me because there's a lot of fake pages that's trying to be me. And I will never inbox you first or follow you. So just make sure you follow me so you have the right page. And then once you click on that other box, this is gonna bring you to my profile. When you get to my profile, it's gonna say Stand Store right here. See where it says Stand Store? It's right underneath my email. And it's the very first one. It says Get My Bundle. Get My Bundle. And for FB is linked in this stream. I was just showing TikTok because you don't have to download TikTok to get it, y'all. I was just showing TikTok how to get to it. And you're gonna hit Klarna or Afterpay if you want to use a payment plan. And make sure you guys type the right email. All right, now let me show you guys how to join the community for everybody that invested in themselves. Shout out to all my action takers. Shout out to all my heavy hitters. Shout out to all my trophies in the chat. It's forever up for us, and that's just that on that. Now, this is the community that once you become a student, you get access to me in here. I don't give everybody access to me, y'all. The only people that have access to me is my students and my mentees and my business partners. So this is the community that you will get access to once you invest in your bundle. So you're going to go to FB and type in independent housing community and make sure you put the email you purchased with to be approved. That's the only way to join. This is not a free situation. This is not a free group. Shanae said, got it. Period, Shanae. Shout out to my heavy hitters and my action takers. So this is the group that you guys want to request. And then as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna let you guys inside the community. But make sure you guys watch your video first before you start asking questions because everything y'all need to know is inside the bundle. It's inside the replay and it's inside the bundle, y'all. And for FB, this is a community you get access to. It has a blue and white logo at the top. There's only one independent housing community on Facebook. We the hottest group on FB that's teaching housing. We got over 2.8K members of people that's really having motion, that's doing their biggest one. And listen, success leave clues. You might want to join the winning team. Get with the movement or get left. Hello? Get with the movement and get left. Because me and mine is to the top for us. So if you ain't joined the winning team, I hate that for you. I always tell people you can elevate with me or you can watch me elevate. But either way, it's to the top for me and mine. And me and mine is me and my students. So clock that T. Clock that T. Tink said, just purchase. Shout out to Tink. Period. Shout out to Tink. Still not working. I don't know what you got going on, Kiera, but you just got to hit this up here. Click on my profile again. And it's in, okay, the FB page. So this is the FB page. YouTube, what y'all got going on? Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all doing all right over there? They just watching. So this is the FB community that you guys get exclusive access to me inside of here. I bought the bundle and I paid $12.99. What you mean? What was $12.99? I don't know what's $12.99 life experience, but I'm gonna make sure you guys put your emails that you purchased with to be approved, and then I'm gonna let you in as soon as I get off of here. She said I'm trying to buy it now. All right. Anybody else that want to become a student, drop me. I'm gonna show you guys one last time before I gotta go. I'm working on it, period. All right, I'm gonna hang out with y'all a little bit, but I do got some work to do. I got some content to record, so that's why I gotta leave y'all. I'm working on something really big, and just to let y'all know, I'm retiring the bundle at the end of this month, so that's why you need to become a student now and not wait because I'm not gonna always be offering my products. I'm gonna be on to the next thing. I'm gonna still have my houses, of course. Don't get that confused. I will never close my houses down because it's just easy money and I love what I do. And so Listen, y'all, I'm like a serial entrepreneur. I'm addicted to starting businesses. Like, that's what I do for fun. When people are like, what you do for fun? I love building businesses. I love turning my ideas into physical things. So I'm a creator. I'm a entrepreneur by heart. So when I'm not on these internets with y'all, I'm building something, like, for real, for real. So that's why I tell y'all, if you want to learn independent housing from the queen, you might want to get in before I snatch all my programs down, because there will be a day where I won't be teaching this anymore. I'm not one of those teachers that sit here and do something for like 3, 4 years and run it to the ground. I'm the type of person, y'all, I'm the queen of pivot. Like, once I get tired of something and once something burned me out, I'm out of there. So I'm out of there. So yes, this is for all states. This is for all states. Anybody can open up a housing program. I don't care where you are. As there's homelessness in your area, you can do this. Just don't do this in no wealthy area. That's the only thing I recommend. This can only work where there is homelessness. So if there's no homelessness, it might not work. But yeah, that's that on that. But I'm the same, period. So yeah, that's why I tell y'all, you can elevate with me or watch me elevate, but I'm gonna be taking y'all to the next, I'm gonna be taking y'all to the next phase. This is only phase one. Independent housing is only phase one. I got so much more in store for y'all. So much big things, so much. Listen, the dreams I got is scare me sometimes. So I know it's big. So Leo, on to the next. Listen, that part. That part. Indian said, is it easy to market while working 9 to 5? Yes. I was building my business while working my 9 to 5. Yes, you definitely can. You definitely can. Am I waiting on anybody else to become a student, or y'all, we good? We good, y'all? Cause I got stuff to do. Honestly, I get most of my work done in the nighttime anyway. So are we good to go, y'all? Or anybody else want to become a student? Drop me in the chat. Dropping me before I leave. Let me know. Or what's your last question? The Facebook page. So let me show you. So for all my students, all my heavy hitters, all my action takers, hold on. Let me pull it up for you. So this is where you're going to get your ongoing support. Hi, beautiful. You popped up my FYP. Thank you, Barbs. Thank you for stopping by. So this is the community that you guys get ongoing support from me inside. So just put the email. I got it. I did the link on IG. Period, Kira. I'm glad you was able to get it. Period, period. So Rockaway. So everybody that got their bundle, you will get an email straight to your email. Sometimes it might end up in your spam or promotions folder. So just look for that. It'll be from STAN. It'll be from Stan, but it comes automatically to y'all. So if you don't see it in your main inbox, check your spam or your promotions folder. And if you still don't see it, just inbox me or email me and I'll send it to you. I'll resend it to you. But typically, if you type your email incorrectly, it'll go straight to you. Linda said just about there. Okay, Linda, I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. But yeah. So let me know if y'all have any issues with getting y'all bundle. But listen, join the winning team. It's up for me and mine. My students is having big motion. They starting up 2, 3 houses. And honestly, my students is like surpassing me. And honestly, I don't care, y'all, because housing is only one business. I got so much other things cooking up. So I get joy when I see my students having success. I get joy when I see my students opening up multiple houses, because honestly, y'all, my freedom number was 6 houses. I don't care to open up any more houses. I just don't. 6 houses was really all I wanted. And now I'm on to my next venture. That's what I told myself. I said, once I get to this certain part of my business, I'm gonna be on to the next business. And that's how life works. Even though I'm gonna still be having my housing business is making me money, but now I can go and build something else. That's what you call multiple income streams, y'all. Don't just be trying to do all these different income streams and you don't have nothing that's successful. That's why I preach, build something impactful, build something successful, build something sustainable first. And then once that's built, you can take some money from there and go open you something else. As a business owner, you should always be reinvesting your profits into either your next business or somewhere else that can make you more money. That's just kind of common sense. But I guess sense ain't common for everybody. But me as a business owner, that's just how I move. Every business that I have should be able to make me another business. And that's what you call multiple streams, y'all. Not starting a hair business, not starting a lash business, not starting this and this. Your businesses has to make sense, and they gotta kind of, That's how you do it. But yeah. But that's that on that, y'all. On this channel, we elevate, we impact our community, and we get to a bag at the same time. So that's what it's about. If you want financial freedom, just know that it's attainable for you, but you have to go out there and build something. A man did not give me the life of my dreams, y'all. Nobody is coming to save you. That's what I preach on my channel. That's my message. That's my slogan. That's what I stand on. Nobody is coming to save you. You have to save yourself and build something and give yourself the life of your dream, even as a woman. Ain't no rich man. I became the rich man. I'm not looking for no rich man no more. I'm the rich man. Now he gonna have to come with money and some other stuff too. So that's what you want to do. That's what you want to build. Never put your life, never put your livelihood in somebody else's hands, because you give somebody the power to feed you. Guess what? They take that away. Then what you gonna do? You should always have your own as a woman. Even if you ain't a woman and you a man, you still should have your own motion. Listen, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. And that's just that on that. And make sure you follow me if you don't already follow me. This is my only page. I only have one TikTok account. It's called Lane Lavish. But Jesus, yes, Jesus too. Absolutely. But Jesus gives us the tools to get wealth. And it's your responsibility to use that free will and use those gifts that he put inside of you to make some money out of it. And that's what I get on here and teach you guys, how to turn your ideas to this. We not just talking, we not just praying and not putting in action. We really have emotion. We really moving. And that's what I come on here to show you guys and inspire you guys and push you to. So yes, Jesus is the reason, but he gives us the ideas that we have to execute on. Because if you don't execute on your ideas, guess what? He gonna raise somebody else up to do what you want to do. And that's what I be telling my students. You scared to go talk to people. You scared to market your housing program. But listen, you're going to be looking up and see the next person doing what you want to do. And you're going to be hating on them and mad, but you didn't do it. So he had to send somebody else. Why are you mad? Y'all think it's easy for me to get on live stream every day? It's not. But guess what? I have to do it. It's a part of my mission. It's a part of my calling. And if I don't do it, he's going to raise somebody else up to do it. Somebody that's not as qualified as me, somebody that's not as lit as me, somebody that don't have my aura, somebody that don't have my personality. So that's why I still get on here. Push past the doubt, push past the fear, and show up for yourself. Show up for your business. It's bigger than you, y'all. What I do, yes, I do it for freedom, but honestly, it's bigger than me. It's about me helping other people get to where I am. It's about putting other people in position to win. Even with my housing businesses, I am changing lives. Even though I'm making money, I'm still changing lives. So just think of it that way. You putting off your business idea, you putting off what God has called you to do, is gonna mess up you helping somebody that you were supposed to help. Everything is a part of the bigger picture, y'all. So make sure you're doing your part in the world. Create your business. Don't stop. Push past the fear and know that somebody is looking for you at you for inspiration. Somebody is waiting on you to start your business because your business might be the business that changed their life. And that's just how it go. That's just how it go. I don't know life experience. Life experience, send me an email. Send me an email. It's lanelavish24 at gmail. So try email me and I'll see if there's something else that we can do for that. But yeah, y'all. But thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a vibe. I hope I left you guys inspired, ready to take action, ready to build the life of your dreams, because you definitely can. And don't let nobody tell you that you can't have it all, because you can have it all. But you got to go out there and build it. I'm not going to tell y'all it's going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Y'all, me starting this business back in 2021, I would have never thought that it would have given me the life that I have now, but is a part of bigger picture, and you have to move. You got to start your business. You got to move past that fear, y'all. Move past the fear. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Shout out to all my trophies. Shout out to all my action takers that became a student today. It's up for you. Make sure you guys watch your replay, join the community, ask your questions. We have virtual monthly meetings that you can attend and get your questions answered, to speak to myself, speak to my business partner up the score. Oh, another thing, y'all. I'm going to be in Florida, Tampa, Florida, March 28th. So get y'all tickets. We only have like a few more tickets left. So get y'all tickets. We do have Klarna and Afterpay on the tickets too. The name of the FB page, let me show you. It's called Independent Housing Community. Indian says, so excited. Let's go. This is what it's called. It's called Independent Housing Community. And make sure you guys put your profile pictures to be approved. I don't know why Facebook. I don't know. I can't see no comments. Oh, wait. I hope y'all seen that. But I'm going to let everybody in when I get off of here. I'm going to let everybody in. Me what? Yeah, Kanisha, I'm sorry. I couldn't see this. Yeah, you purchased the bundle in the docs to get started, and it's currently on sale. When I get off of here, y'all, the price is going up. So you might want to hurry up and get it. Hurry up and get it. Kanisha, yes, it's get the bundle to become a student. That's the only way to have access to me, y'all. You have to become my student. If you're not a student, you can't have no access to me unless you book a coaching call, of course, or unless you attend our in-person events. But I'm a very exclusive person. I don't allow everyone access to me. I have to protect my energy, and I'm a very busy woman, so that's just how it is. But yeah. But shout out to you guys for being on tonight. Thank you guys. I'm kind of getting burnt out, and I'm an introvert in real life, so I gotta go recharge. I will see you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. And make sure you follow me on all platforms. Lane Lavish on YouTube, Lane Lavish on TikTok. I only have one page. I got over 72K followers. Lane Ash on FB, Lane Lavish on Instagram. But shout out to you guys. Love you guys. Have a good night. Talk to you later.